Alright, what's up, guys? I just saw Companion, the newest and last January movie that we are going to get this year. Thank God. But does it feel like an actual January movie? No, it does not. A billionaire's death sets off a chain of events for Iris and her friends during a weekend trip to his lakeside estate. And this movie is written and directed by Drew Hancock, starring Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. Now, I'm not too familiar with Drew Hancock. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. And after, looking him up, it made sense because this is his feature film debut. And we did a lot of those. Most as of recently, Zach Kreger, who did Barbarian, Parker Finn, who's done both of the Smile movies. They are both new directors breaking into this horror genre. And after watching Companion, I think Drew Hancock does a very good job as well as being a new director breaking into the film scene just in general. Now with this review, I'm going to try to keep it a little short, short and sweet. There are going to be some sort of spoilers in this. It's not technical spoilers because they released a trailer last week which kind of set the internet going crazy, which revealed kind of a key plot point in this movie. So it's out there, it's in the news, it's on YouTube, it's in a trailer, so it's not technically a spoiler, but I do recommend that you go into this movie as blind as possible. And with that being said, I think you should definitely go see this movie. Stop watching this if you don't want anything spoiled for you at all, because in hindsight it does kind of not ruin the movie, but it would be a little bit better of an experience if you were 100% completely blind. So with that being said, we have Sophie Thatcher here as one of our main characters, and she plays a sets robot. And we have Jack Quaid as our other main character who purchases Iris from this company. I can't remember their name, but they're a companion robot, This company has basically created an ultra-realistic human robot who will satisfy anybody's needs. They have boys and girls, whatever you need for your companion to provide you with love, company, sex, whatever it is. And this takes place, obviously, sometime in the future. They don't really say, but these humanoid robots are indistinguishable from real humans. Their capabilities and the technology that this company has created is just unbelievable. And not only that, every single car in this movie is completely electric, completely automated. Even the cop cars are driving, essentially Teslas around. Now back to Sophie Thatcher. She was recently, a few months ago, late last year, in Heretic, and she was fantastic in that. She's wonderful in this as well, playing a robot. She's without a doubt a female face, a female actor that just belongs in this horror genre. She plays a robot and her character believes that she's a real person. She's in love with Josh, played by Jack Quaid, and she wants to do anything to make him happy. And that's why the first 20 minutes of this movie will be a little bit better if you don't know the fact, if you don't know the fact that she is a robot, because it's her just going on and on about this love story that she thinks she has between her and Josh, how they first met. And the beginning of the movie, they go to this super secluded, huge ass modern cabin that they're going to stay at with their friends for the weekend. And you can kind of tell that his friends are kind of off-putting. They kind of don't treat her the same way, and if you don't know these things, it's kind of like intriguing. It just creates a little bit of mystery. And then, like I said, about 20 minutes in, you do find out the truth about Iris and what she is. It doesn't take too long, thankfully, 20 minutes, so it's not like the biggest spoiler in the world. Like I said, it is in the newest trailer that came out last week. But with the emotion that she's showing, how much she's in love and just all those things combined, and then Jack Quaid, Josh says, "Iris, go to sleep," and then it's revealed that she's a robot. It would have been pretty shocking. But thankfully, there are a lot more twists and turns throughout this movie. These are the producers, the creative team who did Barbarian, so if you've seen that, you never really quite know where that movie's going. I wouldn't say this is similar to that, as in that many twists and, it kind of goes that much off the rails. No, but there are definitely twists and turns throughout this movie. It definitely keeps you on your toes. And when Iris does find out that, she's not real, she's just a programmed piece of machinery, Sophie Thatcher's acting is amazing. She doesn't believe it. She's showing all that emotion that a sentient being would have when realizing that they're not real. Like, imagine you figuring out that you're a robot when you have all these memories, but all they are just implanted into your brain. They're just programmed from this company. It would be extremely shocking and depressing. And Jack Quaid is awesome in this movie as well. You know, he just has so much charisma. He's so likable. Even, you know, at the beginning of the movie, he's a nice guy. You know, he seems like he's in love with her too and all this stuff. He's, you know, kind of sticking up for her to the friends after a certain thing happens. But towards the end, he does kind of switch and change. You know, he's had enough of chasing down Iris after what she's done and trying to cover up what he's done as well. There's a lot of intricate pieces that go along with this movie that I won't spoil. And this movie is definitely funny. It's like a satirical, dark comedy. It's not necessarily laugh out loud, gut-busting humor, but there's a couple, you know, one-liners, a couple lines, a couple things that happen where it definitely makes you chuckle, you know, makes you smile a little bit. But when the first reviews did come out, you know, I was hearing this is an amazing, perfect balance between horror and comedy, plenty of laugh out loud moments, all blah, 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 all this stuff. And it is funny. It does balance the humor, the comedy elements with something else, but I wouldn't call that something else horror. I would say it's more of just a thriller with, you know, certain sci-fi elements because of this robot, you know, realizing what she is. I definitely enjoy the ride that Companion took me on, that takes the audience on. There's a lot of thrilling aspects, a lot of fun to be had with this movie. There is, you know, a little bit of a predictability factor in this movie. A robot finding out that they're not human when they thought they were human this whole time, and that they're also not in love. What's going to happen to the person who brought them into this world, essentially? It's been done a pretty decent amount of times. So in that sense, it does kind of turn into like a revenge thriller. It's definitely a fun watch, and I think it's also paced pretty good. You know, it's not that long of a movie. It's an easy watch. It's not trying to do too much, take itself too seriously. However, I do just wish that I only saw the first trailer that we got, because that was enough to intrigue me, teaser trailer or not. I wish that first twist kind of wasn't spoiled for me, but either way, it's still a really fun and enjoyable time. You don't necessarily need to see this in the theaters. You could probably wait to stream this movie. I'm sure it'll be on Max in the next few months or so, but I definitely recommend that you watch it. So yeah, overall, this is a funny and thrilling experience without a doubt. I appreciate Drew Hancock, you know, kind of putting a different, fresh-ish spin on this robot, you know, realizing what it is and, you know, wanting to take revenge. And it's really also just kind of a new, sick, twisted kind of love story that I don't necessarily know if I've ever seen before. So with all that being said, I'll give this movie a solid 7 out of 10. But either way, appreciate you guys watching. You know, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. As always, my name is Zach, and I will see you on the next one.